something in the community that it's going to help out. You build relationships with the people watching because, you know, they like you, and they may like you because of the relationship that you have with the other people on the desk. The first time I flew on a commercial jet, I was scared to death. When I'm by myself, it's just this really cool sense of freedom. But most of the time, I hate to go by myself because first of all, I like sharing the flying with people, and I hate to have, I go up in a 4-seat plane, I hate to have 3 empty seats. So you got to know how to balance all these risks with the thrill of actually defying gravity.
I started taking gymnastics when I was 3.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Coaching is a lot of fun for me because I get to be someone that the kids can look up to, try to lead by example. I've always enjoyed meeting the kids because the kids here are wonderful. You know, gymnastics, it's not just about the tricks or the moves that they do. It's about caring and respecting other people and trying to be courteous and things like that. We try to teach them here. I loved doing gymnastics when I used to do it, and coaching makes me want to get up there and do things sometimes. So sometimes I get the itch to come up on the beam or something like that. But I really like coaching the kids. They're a lot of fun. Come back and try it one more time. It's really different than what I do on TV because it's still working with the community and getting to meet people, but it's a whole different world, and that's kind of why I like to do it.
Come back down.
You said arms up, Annie.
What is the weather like? What is going on? What's it going to be this weekend? That's something that you hear all the time. Now things have cooled off a little bit. When people, if they do recognize me and come up to me, gets to talk about weather. And that's one of the best things about doing weather, and the fact that meteorology is something that affects everybody's everyday life. Tomorrow morning, another great start to the day, great start to the weekend. But notice what happens at 4 o'clock. I've been doing this several years now, and I look forward to doing it for several more years. Kind of tough to complain about the weather we've had throughout the last several days. The biggest thing about being a part of the state line community is we have a tendency to be able to become a little more accurate and pinpoint things a little bit better on where bad weather is, where it could happen, what the high temperature is going to be in your local community well away from a major city. That's where we feel our best interests lie, and for forecasting for not only the Rockford area, but also throughout the entire state line.
Is what I do important to the community?
It means it's spreading awareness.
It is, because people wake up in the morning, they rub the sleep out of their eyes, they turn the TV on, and we're the first face that they see every single day. And so I believe that it's important that I need to tell them what's going on in the community, because if you live in this community, if you work in this community, if you play in this community, you're going to want to know what's going on. And I like that I get to tell people that first thing in the morning every day, and that's what I like the most. Being a part of the community is so important, especially if you're going to be in a role like this. Not only are kids important in the community because they're the future of it, reading also is too, and I just really think that a lot of times they need to be reminded of why they're at school. I mean, what's the good of it if you're not putting those skills that you learn in the classroom to really good use outside of the classroom? And so that's one of the reasons why I chose to do Rockford Reads.
Good. Yeah, when people say, how did you get involved in weather, or why did you get into meteorology, I say it's one of the only professions that really changes every day.
A little sunshine could try to warm us up a couple degrees.
Weather affects everyone, especially in the morning. People want to know what the weather is going to be like before they leave their house.
Wind chills aren't going to be that bad.
Morning weather is where I want to be, and I hope to do it for a long time. I think probably one of the most important things about morning news is the fact that you've got to blend information and also make it a little enjoyable. It's up to the meteorologist to provide an accurate forecast and also allow the audience to have some fun, some viewer interaction. Show the weather kids, show the power cam, show the Doppler radar, and also have some fun while you're doing it. And that's the reason why morning weather is where I want to be, and I hope to do it for a long time.